What is up? This is Los, fidgeting with everything, dropping everything. Jesus Christ. Alright. What is up? This is Los, and this is the talking place, and I'm here with somebody. Who am I here with? This is very weird.
Yeah, it's your old buddy Beardy. It has been so long that we've spoken. I feel like I'm being interviewed in a documentary for a cold case. Last time we talked, it was June of 2021, Los. It's been nearly 5 years.
Oh, you're lying.
Swear.
Oh, that is not.
We text like every day.
This is not right. That's not.
I went back to look, and you've done a whopping 34 episodes since then. So, the research took hours to come through.
That's
2022 was a bad year for you, buddy. You had 2 episodes.
yeah. I look back sometimes, and and I think to myself, I'm like, what was I doing? Like, what was it that was going on that I didn't even try? Like, I was just like, I don't know, but I can't. 2021. That's the last time.
As the last time we did like the COVID Chronicles, where I was on for a couple times during that, and then we had like it was a nice dovetail because then we had like the post-vaccination special.
Yes,
and then we talked about E3.
I do,
and like
that.
E3 isn't a thing anymore.
Oh,
like that's how long it's been. The last thing we talked about was something that does not exist anymore.
Yep. That's how old we are. That's crazy. That is insane. And all right, so it's been a while. I don't know. Like, you caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that fact.
I knew that would put you on your heels too. I was saving it in the warm-up because I just wanted to get your reaction live to that. That's perfect. So mission accomplished, Beardy.
Yeah. That was like that way out of left field, just like the right hook out of nowhere. Because now I'm like,
what is time?
What's time? That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, what is it? That because COVID, it's still something that it's like it did that time didn't happen. That like 2.5 years that it was just like wiped from memory, from existence. Like there's so much that happened at that time that we think back, and it's like the snap in the MCU. Like it just time just skipped. We disappeared and we came back. So it's like, like I cannot believe that that's the last time that we got. Well, it's really it's not my fault. There you go. There
we go.
There's the trademark. So there's
that's your Bart Simpson. Did I do that?
Yeah, I did.
Or no, Urkel.
Yeah.
Or something like I caramba.
Yeah, so it's like I've tried, let the record show that I have tried to get you on a few times, more than a few times, and there was a lot of brick walls, a lot of things that I had to navigate, and I tried to weasel my way in there, and like nothing happened, but yeah, it was just I forgot what it was now, like that you were just like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, okay, let's go.
And I was going to ask you that because there was something you did for me that was appropriate, not illicit. That I said like, hey, I owe you a show. But that was like before New Year's. So it was maybe some deal you found me or something. Oh, maybe what it was the PlayStation Portal that you like turned me on to that. It was around Christmas time.
All right. I think, yeah, because let me see. So Christmas was the PlayStation Portal. We'll get into that. We'll get into that later. See how that's going for you. But what what else was it? I feel like there was something that you were like really excited for it. Uh, was
Was it
it?
around Christmas time or like
Yes.
what's the time
You know
frame?
what? Was it my holiday card with all the stickers and the bookmarks and all that?
That's what it was. Look at you.
Yeah. See, I
That was
remember.
better than the PlayStation Portal.
I remember things.
Yeah, and all those I'm rocking those with all my on my guitars now too. Like you're permanently etched into the McWhiskey household.
Yes, I'm in the fibers. I'm there.
So I still have my punk rock bass, my punk rock guitar, and I have all the stickers on them, and so now I have Princess Donut stuff on there, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I was really hoping that you shared some of the stuff with your family, because I think I packed it in there pretty good.
Yeah, it was a lot of merch and very sweet of you, and a custom card and everything. See, and that maybe if like people see us interacting on the Discord or whatever, like we text like darn near every day. If I've gone like 3 days and I haven't heard from her, you haven't heard from me, it's like, hey, what's going on, bud?
Yeah. Yep. That's how it is. It's like you were the first one to like cut yourself out of stuff. And like, I remember when you were like, I'm cutting out Instagram. I'm getting off of this. I'm not going to be in the Discord anymore for a lot, and I was like, why? Just hang around, do whatever. Like, and it was like a fight, it's like you turned old overnight, and you didn't want to deal with any of it. And here we are now with me, and I followed right behind you, just like, a year or so later, that I was just like, you know what, I'm not dealing with socials no more. I don't want. And like, the Discord, I pop in there, but it builds up after a few days, and then I pop in there. I'm not crazy every second active like I used to. So it's like, it's just, I guess it's the age that we're at. Like, it's whatever
Well,
whatever happens.
I start like recognizing the patterns. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take this picture for Instagram, and then like, ooh, it got so many likes. And then you take another one, like, oh, this should do well, and like then it doesn't get as many likes, and like not like I had like 5 whole followers or whatever, but like, you know, it becomes you're chasing that and doing stuff for attention, and I'm just kind of over that part of my life, and like I want to be more present and kind of in the moment for things. It's like kind of going and enjoying it. Like a couple weeks ago, because I am not a summer person, so it was probably a month or two ago at this point. But like I went, there's some like woods by my house, and there's a river dam that you can walk to, and it's a couple miles. And so I got there with like all the leaves were dead because I'm still like an emo weirdo. I'm like, it's more beautiful now anyway. But really the reason is like I don't like to sweat and I don't like bugs.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, all right, so I'll go for a hike. So like I went out there by myself, and at first I had my AirPods in. I was listening to some music. I'm like, no, let me just like get off everything for just a couple minutes here. And so like put that away, and I just went for the hike through the woods, got to the river, and just sat there for like 20 minutes, just like listening to the water, not looking at my phone or having my AirPods in. Cause like I still have those habits. Like I feel like of two minds. Like it's either I'm trying to, if I sit there quietly, is that better time spent than filling with entertainment? And I always go back and forth. It's like the big struggle. Like, should I be constantly entertained? Is that a more fulfilling life? A life full of laughter, listening to like a bunch of comedy podcasts and stuff? Or is a more quiet, contemplative life the one that I want to lead?
Yeah, that's like, that is like almost exactly the mindset that I had. And it's like, I don't know, like, I really, hold on.
Holding.
There ain't no way you don't hear this freaking cat going insane in the background.
A couple meows.
Okay. Like, I don't know how this is gonna come out, but like the cat is here. I think she's trying to chase like a beetle that came in here, like a small little beetle, and like she's getting distracted with the shoebox, and like it's just I don't know. She's insane. The sun goes down and the cat has to go to bed because she goes crazy. But all right, anyway.
I don't think I was gonna mind a cat. It's not like in the microphone screaming. It's a cat in the background.
Well, it's like it sounds like she's fighting with the freaking beetle. Like it sounds like they're having a wrestling match behind me. So,
well, as long as she wins, it's okay. If she looks like she's in trouble, hop off, Mike. Go help the cat. Until then, I think your cat has it covered to fight the beetle.
I got all right. Focus. All right. So yeah. It's like I really felt like the same exact way. Like it came to the point where like I was doing my thing all the time, posting or whatever, and it eventually gradually went to like, okay, let me not post this stuff now, let me do it later. And then that piled up for like weeks. and it's like I had 3 or 4, 5 different events that I would have piled up with pictures and stuff. I'd be like, okay, I gotta post this stuff, and like I would sit there on sitting on Instagram. I would even do it like if the crazy seldom moment that my wife drives somewhere, because I always drive, or if we go to her mother's for something that we're just sitting there, or like the kids' baseball practice where he's just like doing whatever, I would sit there on Instagram and I would just like post like 5, 6, 7, 10 posts about all this different things that I did over the past few weeks. And then I rinse and repeat that. And I just got tired of it. Like, I was like, why am I even wasting my time doing this? Because for me, Instagram had become like a personal diary kind of thing. It wasn't even about the likes or the views anymore. It was always just more, I want to look back, on all these pictures, this collection of pictures, and, see my evolution in life. And I stopped doing it. Like I was just like, whatever. And, there was one year that I did it for, I remember it was New Year's Eve, that I posted some stuff that I did over the past few weeks of Christmas. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. And I just stopped. Like I didn't do it no more after that. And I left it alone. And, I'm just now thinking about going back to Instagram, but just for my shop, like keeping up with my Etsy stuff and doing all that, because I feel like that's needed. That's a necessity for the business.
Right.
But other than that, like I don't know, I feel like all the socials and all the keeping up with everything like that, like you said, like just keeping up with the now, like being present, being there, I feel like that's more important. Like I am always.
And also, I don't want to denigrate anyone who's doing it. I just felt like that my motives were starting to slide in a different direction. Like you said, like keeping a time. There's people. I have like cousins and stuff that I don't really keep up with much, and like that was kind of our way of like, oh, here's what I'm doing, here's what you're up to. But also at the same time, like I felt like I was losing that direct connection with them. I was like, oh, I saw on Instagram they were doing this. Like, did you talk to them? No. Like, oh, maybe I should actually talk to my cousins versus like seeing if they liked my post, so I know they're kept up with what I'm doing. And that is an entirely personal thing. I don't want to come up as like so pious.
Yes.
Like I am clearly not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And if anyone is using Instagram, that's fine. It's just I felt like my personal motives were starting to slip a little bit. I'm like, that's not me. It felt inauthentic to who I am as a person, which is kind of also, the crux of why I stopped doing the podcast originally. It's like I'm going to go on there and try to be, entertaining or different things. Like that's just not me.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel you there. Like that was always a thing too. Like when it came to keeping up with people and me posting whatever and wondering who saw what and what was like it like for birthdays, birthdays pop up. Like I always get the message for what is it, Facebook is the one that always tells you whose birthday it is or whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
I nine times out of 10, if I have your number, I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna go I'm not gonna post to your page, to your profile. I'm not gonna do like whatever it is like everybody else does. I'm the type of person to be like, you saw it, I talked to you. It was one-to-one communication. That's what matters to me. That's it's not about making a whole big thing about it and going all there. Like I feel like I'm past that now. Like just for time's sake, for relationship's sake, like for being more of a personal person with people. Like I feel like, I don't know, like I guess I had a moment where I felt like it was needed more in people's lives, like the people for someone to be less online and more personable, more present for whoever it is. So I don't know, like it's
Yeah.
it's like you said, like there's people that are always constantly doing it, always on there, always doing it. Like that's you. That's fine. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not looking
Like
down. I'm not like, thinking wrongly of you. I'm just whatever. That's I'm not doing it.
so my mother-in-law will talk about Facebook like it's a place. I go, I saw on Facebook and this and that. Like, well, did you talk to the person? And it's such a very odd concept that all these personal conversations are taking place in the eye of everyone. And that's why I like the Discord, like it's just me and the homies.
Yeah.
It's like those are people in this, it's like your own private group chat. We have our own interests. These are people I want to engage with. I like to keep up with them, see what they're doing. I can check in with them. But like on Facebook, like everyone can see everything.
Yeah.
And it's just such a weird thing that people get caught into. It's like they talk about Facebook like they saw someone at the market.
Yeah, well, like I figured, us, we like we're saying, we're out of it. We removed ourselves from those circles, from those types of, personas to be in there and doing that. So it's like we're looking at it now from outside the box. We're looking at all these people like we're outside the window. We're looking in and all these people having their grand old time looking at each other's posts and doing all the stuff or whatever. And it's like we're enjoying the sunshine. We're out there breathing fresh air, so it's like when they go off and there's talking about, it's like, okay, so like where's the line here between actual people talking person to person and just typing a message to someone on somebody's post, like I don't know, for me, like I felt like that disconnect was becoming too much, too great for everybody. I felt like there needed to be some sort of anchor, and I guess I dropped myself in the ocean for that. So I don't know, it's crazy because at this point it feels like it's just not gonna stop. Like it's just gonna keep going, because we all have those relatives, though usually the older generation, and it's usually Facebook where it's like that's what they do. That's their free time. That's what they're into. Like my father the other day. My father, he was telling me, he was like, "Hey, I need help. Can you help me out? I have this problem on my phone. I keep getting I keep getting like messages on there, and I think I have a virus or something. And I'm like, you have an iPhone. I don't think you have a virus. And he was like, no, no, no. It's like I keep on getting these messages and all this stuff. They're all coming from the same place, and it looks like it's Facebook, and I don't know. I'm like, well, what are you doing on Facebook that you're getting all these random messages? And he was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know where it could be coming from for Facebook. I just go on there, I look at stuff, I buy stuff. I'm like, okay, so if you're doing something on there and you're interacting with things, there's usually stuff that happens on Facebook that you will get hooked into something, and then you're getting spammed with stuff. And he was like, oh, so I should probably stop looking at the pictures of those girls and doing all that stuff on there, and like all these women in bikinis always showing up on my pictures like I know them, and I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
So he's getting like catfished.
Mm-hmm. And like on top of that, he is always buying the most random stuff. Like he called me one day. He was like, hey, I want you to come over here next week because I'm supposed to be getting a delivery of a pallet of stuff that I saw this post somewhere that they were selling pallets from Amazon and Walmart, and I paid like $80. I'm supposed to be getting like a whole bunch of stuff, and oh my God, like I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, this social media is like destroying the older generation. Like,
yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, I still have like a very limited Instagram account. But it's mostly just like to follow bands and comedians to see like when they're going to be in town and stuff. But like as you're going through that, you're scrolling through, and like what you're saying, it's like you'll just see random other things. It'll take you down this rabbit hole.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that is the number one problem with that's what got me to like really, that was the nail in the coffin for me. All the rabbit hole, like my ADHD, it gets really bad sometimes, and it's like it catches me off guard. So like the wife used to always send me reels and stuff throughout the day, like that was, for a while, that was our main way of communicating. Like we would send each other reels. but like she would send me one, and then I'd go look at it, and then my second nature, like it's like a reflex, is just to scroll, like to just scroll up and see the next video.
Oh yeah, what's the next? And like just okay, one more good belly laugh and I'm out. And then just going through trying to get that next belly laugh, like, okay, I can close out here. But even then, like with AI now, it is taking the fun out of it, because I can't trust if the video I'm watching is authentic or not. If I see someone being hit in the crotch with a football, I want to know someone actually was in pain.
Yep, the justification, the feeling of being satisfied, knowing that somebody out there is probably having ice on their junk.
Yeah, that's all I want. Is that too much to ask for?
Yeah, it's like the whole AI crap, with taking over videos and all that. That's when I stopped. Like I was already out of it. Like when I was still scrolling and into the socials and stuff, it was like, I feel like it was literally the week before like everything blew up with AI videos and all that stuff. Like because I remember when I was on it, like I didn't have to second guess myself. I didn't have to be like, is this real or whatever. And,
it's too good.
And like the wife,
it's like it looks too authentic, especially like the Ring door cam video ones. Those are indistinguishable. Like they had the one, it was like in the fall. It was like a raccoon getting into candy, like a witch scaring it away. Like, oh, that's funny. And then like scrolling, and then it was a deer doing the same thing. It's like, that can't be right. So then I do like a little Googling. Like, no, it's not fun anymore. There was no raccoon that got scared. There was no deer that got scared by a witch. That's not fun. You ruined my good time. It could have been a nice, wholesome video, but now I don't know if I trust it. So I'm out.
Yep. AI. That's when it started ruining everything. First it was the raccoon, and now it's everything else.
It's everything. The only thing that's like distinguishable now is A, if you go back and go frame by frame and look for distortions, or B, like the voice is not quite there, which is why those like Ring door cam videos work a lot, because there's not a lot of dialogue. Yeah. And so they get like a ton of engagement, shares. But like the voice, I can always kind of tell it's a little bit modulated. And that's like the one giveaway.
You see, that's like, that is it's a like something inside of me that's like telling me like I should really be there. Like I should be paying attention more, because right now, the way I see it, like with everything we just talked about, like, you know, coming out of socials and being more present and all that stuff, I feel like that I am the old man that was fighting technology when I was growing up. You know, the old guy that just was cursing at computers because, you know, technology and, you know, give me a newspaper and all that. Like I feel like that's where I'm at now. And I feel like it's going to leave me behind, and I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be 60, 70 years old, you know, getting scammed by women in bikinis, because, you know, that's because I was never paying attention when I was growing up, you know, in my adult, you know. So I don't know. It's like the world's changing, and you're either like going along with it, paying attention, or you're like just, you know, trying to live your own life and do your own thing. And I feel like,
well, that is the slope of it too. It's like, I only know these videos are distorted because I know it exists. If I go total blackout, never engage with the platform again, I could be sent something and then like, oh, well, this is 100% real.
mm-hmm.
So it's like you need to be 1 foot in, 1 foot off now if you're going to live in the modern era. It's like either you're going to cut total ties and you're going to go live in the woods somewhere, or you need to be aware of these things.
Yep. That's the way it's got to be. All right, so this has been the old man talk. Yeah, old man talk with Beardy and Los. So,
hey, speaking of which, have you tried that psyllium husk fiber? It is incredible.
Let me tell you,
it'll change your morning BMs.
If I skip a day, it does not bode well for me. It's really bad. But I think we should draw a line here.
Okay, I'm just gonna second that though, because I was half joking, but clearly I know, again, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Also, as a man who's crested 40, if anyone out there, if you're over 40, get yourself some psyllium husk. Mix up some water or coconut milk. What's once a day before dinner time?
Yep.
Life changing.
It is. It really is. For me, it has to be room temperature water, because I chug it, like, you know, even though it doesn't taste bad, you know, because I get the orange flavor, you know, but
I do the unflavored. I just put some coconut milk in it for the vitamin D in there. You buy the unsweetened coconut milk because you gotta watch your sugars, Los.
Yeah,
you gotta watch your sugars.
Yeah, that's a problem with me. Yeah, I know. But yeah, so maybe I'll email some emails, and maybe I could get some sponsors going on for some
ARP, psyllium husk.
Yep. But
rocking chair monthly.
Yeah, I like how you caught that. Like, you know, I very much could have just been like joking, but no, it's very true. You skip a day and you're SOL.
It's like Instagram. Once you're in, you're in. Bring it all full circle.
All right, so yeah, we've been old men. to keeping to ourselves and living our lives, what have we been doing living our lives? Like, what is it that you have been up to? I know there's always gaming. Is there anything other than gaming that you want to touch on, or you want to just like, say stuff that you've been into?
Uh, Gaming, touch on briefly, like yourself, Kath and Mike got bitten a little bit from the retro bug,
Mhm.
and kind of a different way. I have no want or need to start building these rigs and going through and operating systems. It's really just been all through the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
So I have the Switch 2. And I also got all the controllers for all the retro systems that go with the Switch 2 and the Switch. And I've gone through, because there's so many games from my youth that I never actually beat, but I've spent hours and hours, namely Mario, their first Mario. I've never beaten it in my life.
Oh, really?
I, I've seen Bowser before. I have been in World 8 countless times, but something in me, I could never do it. But what's nice about Nintendo is they have the rewind system where you
Yes.
can just go back a couple frames, go forward, go back a couple frames, go forward. So I beat Mario 1, Mario 2, which Mario 2, I realized I have not seen a lot of that game. I thought I'd seen a decent amount. I have not seen like any of that. So that was actually a whole experience. So Mario 1, 2, 3, Super Mario World, Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, the OG. Also Link's Awakening. Never beat that. That's a game I never actually owned. And obviously I'm a huge Zelda fan. Like really, I came in during Ocarina of Time, and from there forward, I've played them all, beat them all. So I'm just kind of going back to my roots, and so now I am actually on the Minish Cap
Uh-huh.
that I'm playing,
So you're still on the
and
Minish
it's
Cap.
just nice. Yeah, so I'm still on Minish Cap, probably about 30% through from looking at guides and stuff, and it's just nice. Like I'm gonna kind of speed run it to some degree because I don't have the hours in a day to go back and go through the save points and everything. It's just a huge pain for me. Uh, and so just being able to like see the ending of Mario 1, see the ending of that, I'm like, okay, I played it, quote unquote. I get it's a little bit of a cheater's way out, but I just want the experience, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not. You're not. Why would you consider that as the cheater's way out? Like,
Well, because you're rewinding. Like when I get hit, I rewind. So it's
ah,
like so and if you're not playing the game as intended, or really playing the game, more of a philosophical question than I really mean to intend it to be.
yeah,
But like, again, growing up in the punk rock environment, it's like you just don't want to be called a poser.
yeah, yeah. I
So,
I see what you're saying.
eh, but I've let those labels go. I'm Beardy.
Well,
So it,
it's like you tying. Let's tie it in to to the previous talk of us being old men who don't care. Like it's you you're you're at this point now where you are like 20, 30 years, 35. What's the anniversary now? 40.
and we're
40th.
of Zelda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Zelda, for Mario, for like you're hitting the 40th anniversary for these games that you're playing now. It doesn't matter like if you have to hit rewind because you keep on messing up at a certain part. You're there, you're doing it, you're seeing it through. That's what counts. That's the point of it.
Yeah, I'm still experiencing it. Like music. I never saw the Ramones live. I'm still a Ramones fan. Like, yeah, I didn't have an opportunity, never came up. I found them later on. Fine. Like one of my favorite bands that probably no one but maybe Captain Mike would know, like the Nerve Agents. They're a band that was very short lived. They're one of my favorite bands, but I never got to see them live because they weren't really active in my area. I found out about them after they broke up. So it's like, can I still claim to be a fan? Like, yeah, because I still enjoy it. I didn't get the authentic experience of seeing them live, but I'm still enjoying it. And that's kind of the same mentality with this. I'm going back, reliving it to the best of my ability.
That's the way to do it. I mean, that's that is that's a point that I made on the show with Mike. If you're listening to this, then you probably know that I put out a show, my second to last show. That it's the Retro World Order, the first episode of that I did with Captain Mike, and me and him we're gonna be diving into a whole bunch of retro games. Maybe we'll have a wild Beardy appear one of these days. We'll see. I'll have to sweet talk
We'll
that
see.
now. But
Look, I didn't spend $25 on this new bomb recording equipment I'm recording on for nothing.
There you go. See, I like it. But so it's like we touched on that very point that
I remember
that I seem to have forgotten right now because I'm old and I lost my train of thought because the cat is still going crazy here. So what was I saying?
So the point is, are you to play the game on a CRT TV, which I still kept one just for that reason, on an original Nintendo with the cartridge, or are you just playing the games you want to play and getting the experience that you're comfortable with? Like for me, like I have the controller that's kind of the same. I feel like that's part of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I played on a flat screen, and the purists, it's kind of like it's sacrilege. But you know what? I'm not hooking up the CRT TV and playing on it.
Yes, that's the point. That is the point. So it's exactly what you're saying. There's the purist, there's the person that always wants to be like, you need the original console, you need the original hardware and all this stuff. Then you have the it's not the exhibitionist, that's something very different. Enthusiast. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
See, after all this time, I still speak low.
Exactly. I like it. So I'm gonna try to not get used to this. It's nice, but it's you have the enthusiasts, like Mike and myself, who are buying different gadgets to jump in and experience these games in different ways and all that. You could do that, or you have gamers like you're utilizing what you have already, and you have a Switch, and they have Nintendo Online, a library of all these old games that you have access to. That's a totally valid way to do it too. So it's like any way you slice it, you're playing something from your past that you're reliving, or you're visiting for the first time or whatever, because Mike is on that boat too. He missed out on a lot of the old stuff, so that's where he's going too. That's the same road that he's on. So
one of the crazy ones too, Battletoads. Of course, yeah, because I had never gotten past like that. We were on like the hover bike thing, and I always thought like I was close when I was younger because I had that. I played so much of it, but never got past the hover bike area. I thought I was close. I was nowhere near the end of that. And like once I did like the rewind, I'm like, I don't think this is physically possible with human reflexes in order to do this.
Yeah. It's like that. I think that is 85% of the games from back then. I think it has a lot to do with being young and having those reflexes. Let me tell you, my kids, they'll be going through menus on the TV or on game systems or on the phone or something, and I'm just like, slow down. Like, I'm here looking at like the first 3 words of a description, and they're already like 5 steps ahead. I'm like, holy crap. Like, I feel like I'm smart, but then it's like I'm methodical. That's what it is. I take my time with stuff. But yeah, it's like the Battletoads. There's so many games. Like, I remember I never played Battletoads like completely. There's so many games that I never finished, because we're kids, we're playing these older games, and it's like they're challenging, and you're playing a lot of them, but you're never finishing any of them. So it's like revisiting stuff now. You get that spark of nostalgia, and now is the time when you have the ambition to actually follow through and finish stuff. So do you have a list going of things that you want to get to?
Yeah, I think so. I want to like run through all the Zeldas. So after Minish Cap, I think I'm debating even I might start Zelda 2 and might nope out of that because I've heard that one's just plain old not fun. So
That
I'll at
one's
least get
weird. Yeah.
yeah, it's like totally different. It really doesn't follow the same thing. So I might just say no to that, but definitely what is it? Oracle of Season, Oracle of Ages. I want to get through those. Um but then yeah, it's mostly just Mario and Zelda, and then I think I'll be good. I made the mistake. I forget what game I put down for, but I was like way more than halfway through Expedition 33.
Uh,
And there's another game that came out that I picked up in favor of it. And I now for the life of me, I can't remember what game that was. Shoot. But yeah, some game came out like I got all hot and bothered to play. I put that down. I'm like, I should not have put that down. So now like I'm gonna be going to back to that and like it's hard at this point.
uh,
And there's like a lot of nuance and because I'm also not typically like an RPG player at all. And but this one really the storyline and everything, like the way the moves work, it's awesome. I love that freaking game. So I might have to go back and restart. Like I have a week off before Memorial Day and the kids don't get out of school until that Friday. So I think I might go back then and then just try to make headway.
I got you. How long is Expedition 33?
It depends. I think there's some like side questy kind of thing. Like my one buddy at work, he's huge gamer. He played, I want to say maybe like 30 to 50. If that sounds about right.
I have it here. I got it for Christmas. I was excited to get into it because it was all hyped up and everything. But
Lock in when you do. Like, and there's
yeah,
also a big crossover for the book crowd. And that, like, there are a lot of the authors are putting out like it was their game of the year and stuff. So, like, book plus that, it's a good nexus.
yeah, it seems like it would be. Like it's like I don't know. Like I was super interested in it. I'm still intrigued with it. There's I'm discovering that because I mentioned it to you. I've been playing a lot more now than what I have been playing in my past, like, few years. Like I've been playing a lot of stuff here and there, picking up stuff here and there, and it's like usually before I was always one game at a time. That's always the way I used to do things. But now I probably have like six or seven different games that I'm juggling that I'm like that I'm like, oh, let me go back to this one. No, I'll play this one a little bit. So it's like I got my feet
And
in a lot of places.
I can't do that. And I remember the game, it was Ghost of Yotai.
Ah, okay.
I will say, worth the diversion. That game
That's what I heard.
was awesome.
I heard,
It was,
yeah.
oh, dude, you got to get your hands on that. It's beautiful. The gameplay is amazing. You just feel like so cool the whole time. That game ruled.
Yeah, I still have not played the first one.
That's
So-
right.
So it's like that's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm saying. I have all these different games. Like I'm not playing like crazy long games. I'm like it's a whole bunch of little games that I've got lined up like, on my plate or whatever. But it's like there's my Switch. There is the Steam Deck, and it's like the PlayStation is like the back burner for me because I have my Portal and like I like to it works beautifully, like when it the game is compatible with it, but it's like when I have time to like sit there and play something, it's not my first thing that I'm grabbing. Like there's games on there that I want to play, but at the same time, like there's games on the Switch and the Steam Deck that I'd rather play more. You understand? So it's the PlayStation for me. I feel like even though I have the Portal and even though it's working great for me and everything, I still feel like I got the hang up of it being a TV console. So it's like it's stuck in my head like I want to sit in front of the nice TV and play this game and play it on there rather than sit there with the handheld, like I don't know, like it's weird, but that's why like I have a whole bunch of games on PlayStation that I still have not gone through because I don't sit down on the couch to play them even though I got the Portal, so I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, no, I get that. And like you and I are both, physical guys. And that kind of bit me on this one because there's like, you have to go down, put the disc in versus being like, play it anywhere.
Yes.
If I had just downloaded them instead, I'm like, and really, like, PlayStation, it's not reading the disc anymore to my knowledge. Just if you own the disc, let you load it in and make your physical copies, kind of like Nintendo did with the Switch 2. If you want to get rid of the piracy or whatever, fine. Have a one-time code, or like have the code cost $5 if we're gonna get it separate. So that way, if there is a resale thing, there has to be a way around this, so you're not kind of punching people where they have to be the only ones who went out and purchased it in store in order to be able to like load this in, because like also like memory is so expensive right now
Yeah.
that just let me play the game, and I can put in the disc, I can play it on the Portal with a remote play, and because I have a mesh network,
Uh-huh.
so it works fine. I don't have to be like right next to my PlayStation. Like I have my PlayStation downstairs, and I was able to play it. A little teeny hiccup here or there. Like I played a decent amount of Ghosty Dotide just on the Portal. Just like, oh yeah, we're hanging out because like usually some like downtime. Kids are getting their showers in, getting ready. Jess is reading a book. Like, oh, what I'm gonna do? Like, okay, and then of course Fortnite. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played much this season, but like when the Simpsons were out, oh man,
Yeah.
I wanted that to last forever. That rule. I played so much of that Simpsons season, and just like on the Portal, be like, me, Jess, and Wade on the bed. They're on the Switches. I'm on the Portal. Perfect experience. Perfect use case for the Portal.
Yeah, it did work good on there when I played it. I haven't played Fortnite in forever. Like, I think The Simpsons season was the last time I played, and I didn't even play a lot during that season. So, so it's been a few seasons I think that I've missed out on already that I haven't touched.
Yeah, and there's nothing like aggressively bad about this season. We'll play squads as a family every now and again, and that's fun. And because like like Jess plays almost every day with Wade, and I just kind of like, nah, no, thank you. But then on the weekends, we'll probably play one or two rounds. Sometimes we'll play trios, sometimes squads. But since we're not playing as often, there's more bots, so we usually get a royale. So like, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I heard it's not doing that great as far as, people playing the way they used to with it. So that
Yeah, and they're just like
sucks.
throwing in like Bugs Bunny in it. Like that's not a cool. Like remember when you had John Wick? More characters like that. I don't need Bugs Bunny shooting like. And if anything, yo, Elmer Fudd.
Yes, yeah,
That
yeah.
that's who you need to have. He's a gun toting guy, not Bugs Bunny. I guess there are some cartoons of Bugs Bunny firing firearms. Some more problematic than others. Have you ever seen those videos? But maybe don't look those up. They do not hold the test of time. But like, but really, I don't need Bugs Bunny. I don't need the Disney characters in there. And I get like there's a Lego Fortnite thing, but here's where they kind of need to do away with it. Is in Fortnite racing, they have certain characters you can't play because Fortnite racing is like E for everyone. And so you can't be that character. They need a barrier the other way. Like you can have Disney characters, but you can't have them run around with guns and stuff. Like put that away and have it be a wall in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
So like Lego Fortnite, fine. Lego Bugs Bunny, cutie patootie, awesome, that worked. Like I don't need to see that in the other game.
Yeah, that has been a hang up with me in Fortnite forever. Like since day one, I cannot get behind a skin for something for a character that never interacts with any sort of weapons. I think I caved with the Ninja Turtles because they're the Ninja Turtles. So
Well, they have weapons.
They have weapons, but you know, the guns. Like if your character is not shooting a gun, like in their universe, I usually like 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna get it. Because to me, like it looks weird. It doesn't like, you know, flow with that character. So it's like it bothers me. You know, like I can't support that because you know I don't like it. Like I said, the Ninja Turtles, like I had to get them because I'm, you know, a Ninja Turtle fan. But you know, even Ghostbusters, like I like my Ghostbuster skin. They kind of have guns, you know, like that. Yeah, that works.
Proton pack,
exactly, you know. But
there has to be some either like head canonical reason that I can put myself into, like, okay, they would know what to do with a firearm. If you put this character on an island like this, they could figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Hercules from Disney's Hercules, he'd be so gobsmacked about what a gun is, he would think everyone else on the island is a god and not him anymore.
Is Hercules seriously in there?
I thought he was, wasn't he?
Oh, I don't know. Like maybe I must have missed it if he was in there, but I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, at this point, who the hell knows what they're doing? I don't know. I am rooting. I'm rooting for Fortnite. Like I don't want them to go away. I don't want them to change, like, you know, for the worse with stuff. Like I want them to get better so that they could remain to be a constant, you know. Like I don't have an issue with Fortnite. But
yeah, Dr. Gould tells me they released on March 28th, 2026 an item shop. So it was Hades, fine, evil guy. But Meg and Hercules, they came out with a bundle.
That's weird. I just logged in to my Epic because the new device that I bought, like it has a there's an app that you could play your Steam games on there, but it also connects to like your Epic account and all that stuff, so you can access all your games that you have like in these different things. When I logged into Epic, it gave me like my account information, and it said my name on there, and it said something else, and it said Fortnite skins owned. And how many Fortnite skins do you think I own?
I wish. Do they have an option to say Fortnite skins purchase? Because you get so many skins with crew and everything.
I took a screenshot. It says right here. It just says Fortnite outfits. That's it.
Okay. I would guess like 400.
400. You are way over guessing me.
Okay. So let's go back by half. Let's say 200.
200. All right. Is that your final? Like it's in the 200 range. It's there. So okay. I'm at 272 Fortnite outfits.
Okay. Makes sense.
So it's like I saw that and I'm like, damn. I was like, Fortnite needs to stick around because that's a lot of money. That's
Well, not all those are purchased. Like you got like the battle pass and stuff. So while kind of purchased, it's not really purchased,
yeah.
like explicitly purchased. And so that like I went through like sometime over the winter and I hid so many of the skins and like most of them were just the stuff they give you. I'm like, I don't even want to see this anymore. I'm never gonna use it.
Yep. Yeah, there's a ton that I never use. Like I'm just never gonna do that. But yeah, I remember the last time I played, I really enjoyed the update they had to the locker. I think I was sitting there and I was organizing my locker a lot when I was playing the last time. So I was really enjoying the update they did there. But I don't know, I gotta get back into it. I gotta dab my feet back in there and see if I could pick it back up at some point because it's been a long time. And I used to have a lot of fun with it, and a lot of memories with the kids and all that stuff. So I gotta do something with it eventually.
Now, the multi-gaming thing, will you do that with books as well?
You mean like I'm playing a lot of games? Do I read a lot?
Yeah, like are you playing a lot of games? Like will you like read a lot of books at the same time, or do you just read one book at a time?
No, because I am not a psychopath. I cannot do that. Like I need
jury's coming inconclusive on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like I have to focus on something. Like right now, I was doing good. I was doing good for this year. Like at the beginning of the year, I always tell myself I'm not gonna worry or stress about reading. I'll just pick up whatever I want to pick up at the time. And I was like on fire for a good 3 months, and then I hit Operation Bounce House, which is Matt Dinniman.
Yep.
So Dungeon Crawler Carl, he took a break from that to just like spew out Operation Bounce House, like he sneezed it out in his sleep or something. But it's not that it's bad. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really cool, like, story, like good idea for a story. But it's really, it's crazy, and it's like sci-fi, and it's like another planet in the future and all this. But at the same time, there is a level of realism that it is very, very like like this is totally something that could be going on, and it's like falling in line with stuff, current events. So it's like it kind of took me out, like, because I do not, I'm off the socials. I'm also off of like everything. Like I don't look at the news, I don't look at headlines, I don't do any of that stuff, because like my mental capacity to deal with stuff is not there. It's like I cannot, and it messes me up a lot. So I try to not check things out, what's going on. So reading this book, it's like it was like tapping into like, yeah, this is something that could totally happen. Like I could totally see this happening, and it's not good, and it's not. It's like, is this like a future, or is this something? So it's like it took me out of it, But I took a break. I'm still have not gone back to it. So technically, I've been reading that one book for like a month now. So it's like, I don't know, like, and I cannot pick up another one, because if I pick up another one, then I'm probably never going to go back to that one, and I don't want to leave it unfinished. So I got to do something.
Oh, I feel like too, like since he's smack dab in the middle, or not in the middle of Carl, I've seen a couple interviews too, where he has his 8th book is coming out next month. Is it?
Yeah, it's very close.
So it's like it's coming out next month, and after I'm doing the audiobooks. I'm about 4 in. I'm on the Unferal Gods or whatever. uh I feel like for like any show that goes on too long and doesn't have an arc, that starts to concern me
Yeah.
because that's how you get How I Met Your Mother. But at least then they had like where it was going to land. And I saw an interview the other day with Matt Dinman saying that he just writes as he goes and he doesn't know where it's going until he writes it. I'm like, oh, that's scary.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And hopefully that's a little more tongue in cheek or just saying, it's misconstrued and he knows how it's going to land, but he doesn't know how he's going to get there.
Yeah.
But, with this much buildup and being that good, you really hope you stick the landing on that much of a time investment. And sometimes it's the friends we met across the way kind of thing. Like it doesn't diminish the books that you've enjoyed if it's not the ending that you were hoping for. But, if you've invested like Game of Thrones, where you get in there like, it was great. It's great. Oh, this is awesome. I can't wait to see what happens. Like, poop.
Yep.
Like this didn't work out the way it should have by most people's accounts.
Yeah, let me tell you how it has been. It's been more than 10 years, right? Since Game of Thrones. I
think you're right.
I think it's been more than 10 years. I am still not over that. I am still upset very much. Like I cannot with those last few seasons of Game of Thrones, like it is still something that like the wound is still there and it sucks. But yeah, it's
I will say, have you watched the most recent spinoff?
I want to. I haven't. Like I try to get the wife to watch it, and I like it's very unsuccessful. Like she Game of Thrones finished, and she was I think she was like, I'm not doing this ever again. So it's.
So I would say steer away from House of Dragon then.
Yeah,
because
I heard about
that's too much of the same. We've watched that. I don't know if I'll go back or not. It's very much the same. Nine of the Seven Kingdoms is a totally different tone, and it makes itself evidently clear within like the first 3 minutes of the first episode. Like it is borderline a comedy. Like it's very, very funny. And like the episodes, it's like a half hour. I think there might have been like an hour long one there. But like first episode, I was over. Like, oh wow. Like, and they go by super fast. Like I think generally they're a half hour, 45 minutes. Maybe there's 1 hour long one in there. Great. Such likable characters. Like if you can imagine like a Game of Thrones having a lighter appeal to it. And then there are darker moments for sure because it's Game of Thrones universe. But by and large, it's a much more kind of like optimistic kind of show.
Yeah.
And very clever writing.
Yeah, I got really excited for it. I love like stories that flesh out like backstory kind of stuff, and there was a few YouTube shorts that like because YouTube is like my drug of choice that I'll get into and I'll start watching, and like sometimes I'll get sucked into something and it'll become my feed for a few days, and at one point it was Game of Thrones like scenes, like it was like scene breakdowns and like why this was like the best showcase of this acting or this character, like stuff like that. So there was one that I saw. It was talking about all the times throughout all the seasons of Game of Thrones where the characters from the Seven Kingdom show were mentioned. And it was so cool thinking like, like these two characters that are in this show now, that you're seeing in this show now, like how they were mentioned and talked about and discussed in the old show. Like it's like a cool connection thing that I love. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
All right, so we talked I think we covered a lot of stuff here. So
one thing I don't think I told you though on media and books I finished Red Rising, the second book, and I'm like a quarter of the way through the third book. So you'd be proud of me. I've been going through those lows.
I heard Red Rising was like top tier. Like that's a good.
Have you not read Red Rising?
I haven't.
You haven't read it?
No, I haven't. I know
This is a book I've read and you haven't?
I know.
I'm gonna lord it over you now.
It's on my list. Like I always hear how good it is and how like it's always recommended. And I know there's like 6 books. Like I think he's still writing, right? Like it's different trilogies. I think it is.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So Jess read the first 3.
Yeah.
And my buddy kind of said the same thing. Is like the first 3, it's its own trilogy.
Yes, yeah.
And then the second 3, those he's still wrapping that one up. But like the first 3, like it lands, and it lands very well. And I will tell you, I finished the second one 2 nights ago, and I was like, oh, I'll just, because I'm reading them on Kindle, and I really like how it approximates how much time you have left in the book. Like, yeah, I got a half hour left.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just wrap it up, because Jess was like chomping at the bit, waiting for me to try to finish what we talk about it. Finish it, then instantly download the third book and read for like another hour and a half. Like, I have to keep going.
Yeah.
So that's my advice to you. When you think you're getting to the end of the second, buffer some time. Like, well, now I need to go. I need to land somewhere here.
Yeah.
It is because like the second book is very long, and it's all like necessary plot points. It's very interesting, but so far, man, this third book, it has just hit the gas. It's like one of those runaway. It's like a runaway Tesla, man. Like the accelerator, the brake pedal's falling off, and the accelerator's just going.
Man. Yeah, it's like it's one of those series that I always have there, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should start that. I have it on my phone. It's loaded up on my phone. Like it's just waiting for me all the time to like start it, and I never started. But yeah, that's awesome. Like I try to get the wife to read more so that we could talk about stuff. And
that's exactly, all you book readers are the same.
Yeah.
You just want someone else to get into your hobby so you have something to talk about. It's like, oh, have you tried this book? I think you like this one. I'm like, I'm going at my own pace.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And when I get into a book, I will get into last year on New Year's Day, I read The Wager all in one day.
Oh, you poor soul. You liked that one though, didn't you?
Oh, loved it.
Yes, you did.
Because, and that's the thing, Jess is like strictly fiction.
Yes.
I historically have been strictly historical nonfiction. I like during like reading and like learning stuff as I'm going, like, oh, it's very interesting. Like I read about a while ago a book about like this Jewish group in America that was like going and like fighting the Nazi party in the United States, like during World War II. It was like,
yes, but when did they get their dragons? That's what I want to know. When did they learn the magic spells that they needed? Like they
didn't need magic spells because they would just go up and start punching Nazis in the face, and that was very cathartic for me.
Okay, yeah, that does work. I like that.
But but Jess enjoyed The Wager. Did you read that one?
The Wager, I either stopped reading it or I finished reading it out of spite. Like it was
wow.
Like I did not like it. I couldn't get into it. No, you know what? I did finish it. I remember because when I finished it, I had a very deep appreciation for the author and what he did to craft the story in a way that made it sound the way it did.
Right, because it reads like fiction and like the extreme events that happen. And so for anyone who may be interested, listening, the Wager, essentially, it's about a ship called the Wager, and they're trying to go around this is like 1700s, trying to go around the southern part of South America, going around areas and just going through the most hellacious experience involving like a mutiny and all. And this is all in the back of the book, so no spoilers. And the events that occur, because like more than half the book, it seems like, is annotated notes and research. Like it's all well cited. If it were to be fiction, you would not believe it because it becomes so out there. Like, no way this could actually happen.
Exactly.
But it's all documented events. Because he actually has a couple other books too, like The Lost City of Z, which I want to read as well. Because same thing. So he creates this narrative out of historical documents and makes it read like a story, which is very, very interesting.
Yeah. That is like the main takeaway I got was that he's got skills. Like he worked it like awesomely, and it was very, very well put together. You know, it was a very well written novel, but I think what I didn't like was that it was based on a true thing. Like it actually happened. Knowing that, it took me out of it. I was like, holy crap, human beings are horrible. Like I cannot, like if it was
it's like they're trying to make me learn. No.
Yeah.
Don't make me learn.
Yep. If it was something that like, if he would have came out and like, here's my book, you know, it's all fake, whatever, it's fiction, and then like a few years later came out, oh, by the way, that was all true, here's all the notes, here's all the like I probably would have enjoyed it a lot better. But just knowing that, like, you know, that human beings were out there and, you know, partaking in such horrible things, like, you know, and it was documented and it was all like I just couldn't. Like I told you, like I don't watch the news. Like I cannot put myself into like the mental anguish of stuff. Like I need stuff that's either like fake or, you know, happy.
Oh yeah. Well, I got NPR pumping every day over here. I got glutton for punishment.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got I'm happy for you. Happy, you know, you're digging in there. I mean, I remember it wasn't too long ago where you weren't picking up no books for nothing, you know. So you're making awesome progress, it sounds like. Did you check out Project Hail Mary?
That is after we finish this, that is next up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very disappointed now. I lost all my pluses that I had for you. I'm erasing them now because you haven't read that yet.
I'll trade you. You read Red Rising. I'll hold it hostage until you start reading Red Rising. I won't read Project Hail Mary. How about that? And then I'll get Jessie on you in the Discord, and she'll start yelling at you too.
Listen, I will start Red Rising tonight if that's what it takes. Like it's I don't know, like Project Hail Mary is so hot right now too, you know? Like it's something that everybody needs to read. And, you know, I've been touting that from the rooftops since I read it.
I listened to your last episode. Yeah. I and that's also part of it too. It's like I do like to compare and contrast. I don't necessarily like, oh, the movie's out, so I want to read it, but like that is an extra incentive for me because I'm also a huge movie guy.
Yes.
Like me and Jess have started this new thing because I've always said that, you know, I'm down in the basement now looking at this giant projector, and we spend so little time down here that like a month or so ago, like, you know, let's just start like movie Saturday. Every Saturday, let's pick a movie, whether it's one we've seen or not, and let's watch it. And so that's what we started doing. Like we watched Whiplash the other week, which, have you seen Whiplash?
I don't think so.
So it's J.K. Simmons, you know, Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
Miles Teller, It is one of my favorite movies, and for me to pick out exactly why, I don't think I can. I don't know why. I just love that movie. I could watch it every day. Like, it's very funny, very intense, but man, do I love that movie. So we watched that, and then we watched, probably because I have Project Hail Mary in my head a little bit, watched Interstellar
Yes.
last weekend.
That is gonna be one of the next movies we watch. We have still never watched it here. And
Really?
and the kid, the teenager, he has been like on a space kick. And it's been high on the list of things to watch since, I think, since like Artemis went up. Since
Oh, you know what's funny? When you said the teenager, has been a space kick. I'm like, the sun in Interstellar. I'm like, yeah, that's Timothy Chalamet. He's in Dune. And like, we didn't realize that because we watched it back when it first came out, like 2014.
Yeah.
Haven't watched it since. And we're like, we're both looking and just like, is that Timothy Chalamet? Like, oh my, yeah, it is. It must have been like one of his first movies or something. Cause he's like 14, 15-year-old looking.
That's crazy. I didn't know he was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are very behind on a lot of stuff. Like the issue is though that we have, I mean, I think you've seen my movie shelf. Like I think you know that we roll deep here with movies and what we have and all this stuff. But the problem is that it's like less that there's not a lot of time to watch, is that when we sit down to watch something, there is almost guaranteed gonna be a fight as to what we're gonna watch. Like there's always a conflict going on. Like the princess wants to watch this movie, but then the teenager wants to watch something where everybody's like, dying. And then like, it's like this huge back and forth, and then it gets to the point where, okay, we're not watching anything, like, or we're putting on something short because the time's up already. We can't sit down. But
And that's what we kind of started charting the course for that. And I think that helps. We start saying, all right, this weekend, we're going to watch this movie. Or like, even like with the family too, like we didn't have the kids watch Interstellar. Your kids are probably old enough to like it. Wait, not quite there yet. But it's like just even like other shows, because we're also trying to go through The Mandalorian because that's coming out.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, this weekend, I'll pop some popcorn, then let's watch a couple episodes of that and trying to kind of kick away at it. And that's very helpful to say, like, planning it. So that way, and that's why we started planning like our own personal movie night too, is so we don't fall into that. Let's watch a TV show. What do you want to look? Oh, let's look on Netflix. Let's look on that. Like, okay, at least in our head, like we need to pick a movie, and this is what we're going to watch. And between me and Jess, we can figure that out. But like, when you're doing it with the family, like this weekend we're watching this. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do too. Just have a list going and like plan it out.
Right.
Plan it
And
out.
that'd be a good idea too. Yeah. And like, okay, next movie night we watch, let's make a list, go around the table, everyone picks a movie, and then that's going to be what we're going to watch. And this is gonna, like, because your schedule is probably a bit more hectic than ours. Like, we have Lily in band and jazz band and her piano practice, but then Wade, we cannot get him to be interested in anything. We say, like, if we could take the two of them and shake them together to make Lily care a little bit less and Wade care a little bit more, we'd be like way more happy with that.
Yeah.
Because she's like that, prototypical, gotta be perfect, gotta be like, oh, I gotta be on my science test. I'm like, yeah, you're not a robot. Stop, like, and we're trying to, like, because we don't put that pressure on her.
Yeah.
Like, our whole thing for our entire lives, their entire lives, do your best. Just do your best, and we'll be very proud of you. But she puts so much pressure on herself to just, she'll be learning these elaborate songs, and that's what's crazy now too. she's at the point now, she knows so much more about music than I do. It's insane.
That's
She'll
saying
explain,
something.
like,
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, Dad, it has this," and then going like music theory. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about power chords? I know how to tune a guitar. That's like, I am as good as someone who's been playing guitar for a year, and that is just about it. Like, I can hear things out maybe a little bit better than her when she's playing, and she's like having trouble with it. I'm like, okay, it's going dot 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 do. Maybe try do dot dot d. Like, oh, okay, that's so like, maybe if I applied myself, I got a little more weight in me.
Yeah.
If like I applied myself, I could have figured it out. But like, she was put so much pressure, and like, just trying to make those two worlds combine. It's nuts.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar. That's like the same road that Spanish Lily is going to be going through.
Lele.
Liliana. All right, so let me see what else. I mean, I could keep going about stuff, but I think this will be good. I mean, it sounds like we have enough that we could get together another week.
Whenever, another 5 years, I'd be happy.
Damn it!
Just to come on.
I thought I was gonna hook you in there. Like I was like, let me see. Maybe I'll put the line out. TV bites.
We'll talk. This was better. So, peek behind the curtain. Lowe's was on time. It was early. And I think that was like a lot of the thing too. It's like when we were doing Future Monkeys, our kids were much younger, and trying to find time to record was like late at night, and I still got to work in the morning. So we'd have to start later and everything too. Like, I can't stay up late. And then, one of us would definitely have to cancel because when the kids were sick, whatever. So this might be easier, and especially if this lav mic audio turns out okay, it's easier for me to record this way too. So we'll see.
Yeah, the audio quality for your $24 mic, I'm telling you, I feel like it's better than my $100-something mic. It's good. There was a few times where it sounded like it was getting robotic, but I think that was more the connection than your mic.
And
so
yeah, because I'm on my cell phone, so
yeah, look at that. You're on your fucking get out of here. The freaking cell phone. You're like, I'm like tied down with like 3 different wires here.
Well, that's what I used to have to do too. Like, I would roll out an Ethernet cable before I had the mesh network from the router upstairs. I got like a 75-foot cord, and would just roll it down to try to have the audio actually turn out halfway decent.
I wonder why you stopped doing it.
So, yeah, it was a whole production that I had to bust out the laptop, the keyboard, and like get everything all hooked up, and like stuff I never touched. It'd be like 15-minute setup, 15-minute breakdown.
Oh, and then your homemade sound booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't blame you for killing the Future Monkeys. It's okay.
But look at how good you're doing now. You don't even need me anymore.
Yeah, well, I only did 2 shows in 2022, so it's like
you've been more consistent this year.
Actually, it was last year, I think. I think last year I was super consistent for a while. It was the beginning. I remember, it was the beginning of the year. That I like started. I was blogging a lot more, and I was doing the podcast, and I was hitting it. I was doing good, and then like, I don't know. I feel like at one point, I was like, okay, let me take a week off and just chill, and then I think I started playing games, and like that messed me up, and I was like, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing now, and like I still haven't like gotten into a flow of things yet, but I started I started like a few weeks ago. Like I was like, I gotta get back into writing, into blogging, and getting on this microphone again and doing all that. So I gotta do something.
Well, my hope for your podcast future is that doing this show with Captain Mike, which shout out Captain Mike, you rule,
Mhm.
is that it will at least make you have podcasting in the forefront. It's like, oh yeah, I did a podcast. Oh yeah, I need to podcast. It might kind of trail you into doing your own thing too. Like, oh yeah, I'm scratching that itch of talking about retro stuff with Mike, but oh, I have other stuff I want to talk about. Let me go ahead and get on Mike with that. So that's my hope that
Yeah.
this will do for you.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Like that's whenever I was doing whatever on my end, like, I told Mike, like, that was my workflow. Like, if I'm gonna sit down the microphone, I'm not just gonna sit there for 20 minutes and then put everything away. I'm gonna knock out like 3 or 4 shows, and then I'm gonna have like, a month's worth of episodes that I could just post whenever I want to post it. And I told him the same thing. I'm like, we should, line up a few, get a few in the can, and we'll have them going. It's not like we're doing weekly news for retro stuff, that has to be up to date with things. It's more of like what we're going through, what we're learning, and what we're doing, and stuff like that. So that's like timeless things. So it'll work out.
Yeah, and I'll give you your flowers too. Even though it's not something I'm interested in doing myself, like I still think it's very interesting because it's an aspect of one of my hobbies that I don't know anything about really. So good niche you found there.
Yeah, I mean it's like I
It's still accessible to the.
accessible to what? We lose Beardy.
No, I thought I lost you.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right. We were doing so good. So I think that's
I
Discord.
think that's a sign.
That's Discord though, I think. So what
Yeah.
were you saying?
Oh, I was saying it's still accessible to an outsider. Your show.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. I mean, there is a whole community. Like there's like a whole genre, like a not genre. There's like a whole like sub community that goes on with gaming, retro gaming in the gamer space. So it's like you got your regulars that we have mentioned on the show already, like that we are constantly keeping tabs on and listening to and watching their videos or listening to their shows or stuff, like they're the forerunners for things, but it's like it's a good outlet, like you said, for gamers. There's a lot of stuff going on that it could be a lot of the same that's happening, the past few years. And you need like a refresh. You need some like a reset button, So you need to go back to figure things out and to be enjoying, to finding what you enjoy for your hobby, and the only way to do that sometimes is to go back to like the simpler stuff. So I don't know. There's a whole lot of reasons why it's picking up speed. I know it's not just us. It's not just it's not just you, because you got bit by the bug too. There's a whole bunch of people out there that are like rediscovering or discovering for the first time, the older games. And I feel like it's a good time for it. Like the world needs it, I guess. The universe is calling for it. So it's good.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm excited.
All right.
I'm excited. I got my.
I'm excited for you.
All right. So here we go. So it looks like we got like about an hour and a half here. So it was a nice 20-minute show, like I was expecting. but it's good. It was good talking to you again. It was good. It was fun, like I said, this is something that, we don't have to do this every week, but maybe once a month show with Beardy should be a thing, you know, like to catch up. see what we're reading, see what we're playing, you know, like all that stuff, you know, and then go from there.
We'll talk.
Yeah. All right, take it easy. Thank you very much.
All right, buddy.